Hey everybody, it is Sean, the What's Up Dude. We're going to eat and do a food review of Aurelio's, one of the greatest pizza places in Downers Grove, and it has other locations, but it is worthy of a food review because it's still family owned to this day. This is Sean, the What's Up Dude. On August 20th, 1959, the first Aurelio's Pizza opened its doors at 2041 Ridge Road in Homewood, Illinois. This small storefront had just enough room for about 4 tables and a small kitchen with one pizza oven. In 1959, pizza was a relatively new concept. Joe would sell 6 or 7 pizzas a day, but Joe's home-cooked Italian beef sandwiches kept him going. Joe made some changes to his dough and sauce recipe and began using fresh homemade Italian sausage rather than pre-cooking it. These changes made quite a difference and pizza sales began to grow. Joe persevered by working 7 days a week as a cook, waiter, and a delivery guy, while building his reputation and customer loyalty day by day, one customer at a time. It wasn't long before Joe's Pizza caught on and he needed to expand his kitchen and dining room. As luck would have it, the 2 adjoining storefronts became available. In 1962, Joe rented the storefronts at 2045 Ridge Road, which was once housed Sherber's Hardware. The first expanded space housed the new kitchen and bar, which was set up for adults and smaller groups. The other half was geared toward parties and the teenage crowd, equipped with a jukebox, large picnic tables, and with the iconic red and white checker-top walls covered in news headlines. Joe was always present, whether in the kitchen making pizzas or walking the dining room visiting with the customers. Joe always made you feel welcome. Everybody felt they personally knew Joe, and that's where the slogan, "Tell 'em Joe sent me," originated. In 1974, Aurelio's Pizza became the first Chicago pizzeria to franchise its concept, becoming just the 5th pizza franchise company started in the United States. The first expansion was located in Joliet, Illinois. The same year, Joe also opened a corporate store in Scottsdale, Arizona, and later the iconic Aurelio's Pizza Shield was introduced. 1976, Joe purchased an old barrel roofed warehouse built in 1927 just 2 blocks away at 18162 Hardwood Avenue in Homewood, Illinois. Joe had it decorated and all the rough sawed cedar and Tiffany lights, creating a one-of-a-kind pizzeria and dining experience. The walls and ceiling were covered with vintage stainless glass, Chicago artifacts, antiques, and multiple levels of seating. After a year of construction, the flagship restaurant was completed in December 1977. The 16,000 plus square feet South Suburban Showpiece, the world's largest pizzeria, opened its doors. Thousands of customers each week came to Aurelio's and created the traditions and memories that have carried over many generations. The 80s were one of Aurelio's most productive decades of franchise expansion, with 10 locations being added in 3 states. The great taste of Aurelio's spread around southern suburban Chicago and into Indiana and Minnesota. Restaurants opened in Tinley Park, Illinois, Richton Park, Illinois, Palos Heights, Illinois, Roseville, Minnesota, Chicago Heights, Illinois, Portage, Indiana, Valparaiso, Indiana, Crown Point, Indiana, and Crete, Illinois. The 6 Little Pie was introduced in the 80s to cater to the lunch menu, schools, and sporting events. Joe created the Little Pie 6-pack carrier where a customer could buy 5 little pies and get the 6th for free. Another big introduction was Mama Aurelio's spinach calabrese, an Aurelio family recipe handed down from the generation to generation. Franchise growth continued in the 90s with 11 new locations being added in Illinois, Indiana, and Nevada, the furthest west that Aurelio's had gone. Aurelio's restaurant opened in Bourbonnais, Illinois, New Lenox, Illinois, LaPorte, Indiana, Lowell, Indiana, Naperville, Illinois, Naples, Florida, and Addison, Illinois. Joe expanded his pizza lineup, adding several specialty pizzas: the number 25 taco, the number 26 barbecue chicken, the number 27 tomato spinach mushroom, and the 28 Hawaiian pizza. Finally, rounding out the pizza category, the stuffed pizza was introduced in response to customer demand. The 90s also brought a few opportunities for Aurelio's to elevate awareness of their own brand. First, Aurelio's formed exclusive partnerships with 2 nationally recognized brands, PepsiCo and Toronto Breads. Second, Aurelio's launched their first website. On December 18, 2001, a sad day in the pizza world, founder Joseph A. Aurelio Jr. passed away after decades of heart trouble. He leaves a legacy of a young, determined entrepreneur who built a pizza empire, one customer at a time, focusing on quality products, hard work, and kindness. He will always be remembered for his love of life, his philanthropy, his support of the community, and most importantly, for creating the best pizza on the planet. It is now time for Joe's only son, Joe, to run the family business. On August 20th, 2009, Aurelio's Pizza celebrated their 50th anniversary in business. To celebrate this milestone, individual celebrations were held at each franchise location in the Around the Chain in 80 Days event, culminating in the 1959 pricing night, where all locations sold pizza at 1959 prices. So far, this decade has been about increasing brand consistency, improving customer service, and preparing for an increase in franchise growth. Aurelio's has been leveraging the use of technology and social media to meet those ends. In April of 2010, Aurelio's launched their Facebook page with over 100 friends being added to the very first day. Today, there are over 28,000 fans of Aurelio's Pizza following us on Facebook. New technology is being used at the store level in the form of new point-of-sale systems, which integrates the new Joe Sent Me rewards, a huge part of our new release smartphone app. In 2013, corporate Aurelio's implemented a new quality control program to increase brand consistency and a customer service satisfaction throughout the franchise system. And so far, the results have been positive. This all came directly from Aurelio's website. All right, we're going to try our first bite. Cheesy goodness. All right, we finished our food, and Aurelio's Pizza is amazing. I give it a 9 out of 10. The crust is crispy, the ingredients are fresh, and you can tell that they put their passion into their food. So if you want to check out awesome pizza, come out to Aurelio's. Please like, share, and subscribe so that I can explore new areas and go to more places in the future.